Hi, I'm Muhammad Mikael, and right now I'm going to talk about the introductions of this presentation. Psychology is a scientific study of the mind and behavior. Psychology seeks to understand how do we think and why do we do certain things. There are a lot of individuals who have contributed to the rise and evolution of our modern psychology, and one of them is Carl Rogers. Carl Rogers was among the founding fathers of humanistic psychology. Humanistic psychology emerged during the middle half of 20th century. It is a perspective that supports the belief that humans are unique beings. Carl Rogers truly believed that for a person to grow, they need an environment which provides them with great acceptance, genuineness, and being empathy. And now, for the question 1. Since the 1950s, Carl Rogers had played an important role in humanistic psychology approach. He is a psychologist who highlights the importance of personal development. He had given many quotes to help people to reflect their own life. One of his famous quotes is, "Being empathic is seeing the world through the eyes of the other, not seeing your world reflected on their eyes." Empathy. Empathy is Carl Rogers' favorite subject. In this quote, Carl Rogers is trying to explain that empathy takes a lot of hard work. It needs a great amount of effort about how the other people observe and experiences the world around them. Empathy is not only what would you do in other situation, but how would you react in other situation based on their worldview in order to be a fully functioning person. Carl Rogers considered that the fully functioning person as an ideal and cannot be ultimately achieved by a person. It is wrong to think that it is an end or a completion of life journey. In real life, we need to constantly learn and change for us to achieve self-actualization. In contrast, Carl Rogers truly believed that for a person to achieve self-actualization, they need to be in a state of congruence. This means that self-actualization only occurs when a person's ideal self is congruent with their actual behavior. According to Abraham Maslow, in his Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualize sits on the top of the hierarchy, means it is very difficult to achieve. Thanks to Carl Rogers, people nowadays can use his findings and his theories to help themselves achieving self-actualization. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Atika Mera and I will share to you life story of Carl Rogers. Carl Rogers was born on January 8, 1902 in Oak Park, Illinois. His father was a civil engineer and his mother a stay-at-home mom. Although he received a stern Protestant upbringing, he acquired a more compassionate vision of Christianity. Before kindergarten, he learned to read, and he also had an early fascination with agriculture, which led to his later interest in science. When he was 12, his mother moved from the suburbs to a rural farm area. He enrolled at the University of Wisconsin in 1990 as an agriculture major. However, after attending a 1922 conference in China, Rodgers began to question his career choice. He later changed his major to history with plans to become a minister. He graduated from the University of Wisconsin in 1924 with a bachelor's degree in history and enrolled at the Union Theological Seminary before transferring to Teachers College of Columbia University in 1926 to complete his master's degree in 1924. Inspired by his experience on a Christian mission to China, he enrolled in the Union Theology Seminary in New York City. On August 28, 1924, in spite of his parents' objective, he married Helen Elliott. In 1926, their first child, David, was born. He was followed in 1928 by Natalie, who now is a prominent expressive art therapist. Another inspiration for his switch to the study on psychology was a course He taught at Columbia University, taught by a psychologist later settled Hollingworth. Rodgers considered psychology to be a way to continue studying life many questions without having to subscribe to a specific doctrine. He decided to enroll in the clinical psychology program at Columbia and complete his doctorate in 1921. On February 4, 1977, Rodgers died in a heart attack in San Diego, California. Days prior to his death, he had undergone hip surgery and been nominated for Nobel Peace Prize for his work in conflict resolution in South Africa and Northern Ireland. His person-centered approach to psychotherapy is the dominant approach to therapy in the United States today. It is applied in psychotherapy, education, and business setting with great success. That's all from me. Bye-bye.
Okay, for question 2, we are asked to analyze and find out the personality disposition and motivational factor which leads the icon to involve in the psychology perspective, which is in this topic we're gonna talk about Carl Rogers and his perspective in humanistic psychology. So, based on Carl Rogers' background history, from Big Five personality, we get to know that he is in the conscientiousness category. So, it is because he is someone who had a high level of thoughtfulness of other people, and we can see that he always tries to discover by doing more theories and also create a new therapies so that people can have a treatment to make their life more successful. Then the factors which make him inspired or motivated to take course in psychology is when he took a course at Columbia University which be taught by a psychologist. So he started to be inspired to take psychology industry. So this personality of his and also the motivational factor that happened in his life, he tries to discover a new aspect of psychology which can help more people to achieve goals in their lives and have a successful life. Carl Rogers happened to be the founder of the humanistic psychology thanks to his positive approach in psychology industry in order to help patients to have more positiveness in themselves and also have positive self-esteem in their life. And that's all for the autobiography of icons about Carl Rogers. Thank you.